The turtle who dreamed of flying at the dawn of time, when the world was still new and everything was bright and shiny, there lived a proud and talkative turtle. This turtle wasn't like the ones you see today. His shell was smooth, round, and glossy, reflecting the world like a mirror. If you peeked into his shell, you'd see your own face smiling right back at you. Turtle loved his beautiful shell, but even more, he loved the sound of his own voice. He spoke to every animal he could find, especially the birds, who soared freely in the sky. Turtle watched them with envy. He dreamed of joining them, flying above the treetops and across the vast, blue sky. Day after day, he sang a little tune to himself. A smooth and shiny shell have I, but my greatest wish is to fly high in the sky. One crisp autumn day, Turtle went searching for food, but there was none to be found. The forest had grown cold, and the animals were preparing for winter. Turtle, growing hungry and shivering from the chilly wind, pulled his head into his shell and sighed. "Oh no! If I don't find food, I'll starve. And if I stay here, I'll freeze." Just then, Turtle heard the chirping of his bird friends above. He poked his head out and called to them. "Birds, what will we do? Winter is coming, and there's no food." "We're flying south," the birds chirped. "It's warm down there, and there's plenty to eat." Turtle sang again, this time adding a new verse. "South is where I want to go, far from the ice, the wind, and snow." The birds laughed. "Silly Turtle, you can't fly. You don't have wings." Turtle, feeling desperate, pleaded, "Please, dear friends, don't leave me behind. I'll freeze and starve without your help." The birds felt sorry for Turtle and hatched a clever plan. "All right, Turtle, we will help you fly south with us, but you must follow our instructions carefully." They brought a strong stick and explained the plan. "We will each hold one end of the stick, and you must bite onto the middle with your mouth. But there's one important rule: you cannot open your mouth. If you do, you'll fall from the sky." Turtle's heart fluttered with excitement. "Don't worry," he promised. "I won't say a word. I'll hold on tight. I'm ready to take flight." And so, the birds lifted the stick, and Turtle soared into the sky, higher and higher, with the wind whooshing past his shiny shell. He was flying at last. At first, Turtle was delighted. The view was spectacular. But as time went on, his curiosity grew. He saw lakes, rivers, and forests below, and wanted to ask the birds about everything he saw. "What's that down there?" he wondered, and "how much longer until we reach the south?" But Turtle couldn't speak. His mouth was clamped tightly around the stick. He blinked his eyes to get their attention, but the birds kept flying. He waved his legs, but still, the birds kept flying. Finally, Turtle could stand it no longer. He opened his mouth to ask, "What's happening to me?" But before he could finish, he lost his grip on the stick and began to fall. Down, down, down he tumbled, until with a loud crash he hit the ground. Turtle's beautiful, smooth shell shattered into pieces. When he poked his head out, Turtle felt tired and achy, but he was alive. The birds, feeling sorry for their friend, flew down to see if he was okay. "Do you want to try flying again?" they asked. Turtle shook his head and sang softly, "No, friends, the sky is not for me. In a muddy pond is where I should be." And with that, Turtle crawled to the nearest pond, dug himself deep into the soft mud, and slept all through the winter. From that day forward, every turtle's shell has been cracked, a reminder of the turtle who once dreamed of flying.